Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is me calming you down and finding you a solution. Did you score a little low on GRE or TOEFL or GMAT, and are you scared of early deadlines and freaking out over people submitting the applications before you? Alright, I'm making this video to tell you how I went with my admissions, what was the timeline looking like, and when did I get all my admits from various universities. Luckily, I made sure of writing every date and actually noted everything down on my blog. Okay, starting with my preparation. In the month of July, I started my prep with an on and off mode. This was due to the fact that I was skeptical about applying to the US at first. My first focus was always Europe. But since I was taking a gap year and also my father pushed me a little bit, I started preparing for GRE and TOEFL. My first attempt for GRE was mid-October and the second one was mid-November. Now this might seem a little odd because I've been rooting for getting early in the applications from a long time. Taking tests in May or June and finishing up early in the process, that was my mantra. Well, I'm not a hypocrite here, I'm just trying to help you and I don't want you to make the same mistakes which I did. I'll tell you how getting early in the process benefits you. If you apply early, you will get admissions quicker. Once you get admits, you can apply for a visa, and in the meantime, you can book your flight tickets or look for accommodation. I have friends who have gotten early admit and have applied for assistantships. You do get preference over the accommodations at your university, and you just have more choices with everything ranging from accommodations to travel tickets to planning your whole travel. Your travel and transition to a new country can be eased out and be comfortable rather than it seeming to be a rush. Alright, let's move a little bit. I took my TOEFL once and that was on December 9th, and right before the year was getting over, I finished my applications for Arizona State University, Clemson and University of Florida. One note here, I forgot to send in my transcripts to UFL and that is why I got a rejection from UFL. Please try to avoid that in your case and make sure that you're looking at the requirements for every university and every application and making sure that you submit all the documents needed. I finished my Swedish applications in January mid and following with UIUC's application. Finished my Purdue and TU Delft application by the end of March. Do you know when was the deadline for Purdue and TU Delft? April 1. Funny enough, I think due to some issues, my GRE scores didn't reach to Purdue and I had to send them again on 4th of April, 4 days after the deadline. I was literally freaking out. But rather than freaking out and panicking, I sent an email to the department telling and informing about them the same, and I also reached out to a senior of mine and told him that this has happened. Can you please help me? Luckily, I got an email back from them saying it should be fine. Don't worry about it. We have accepted your score and your application will still be counted in. After all this chaos and waiting for January, February, March and just like putting so much pressure on me, I got my first admit on 22nd March. That was from ASU. But I was still looking for admits from Purdue and TU Delft because that was my top priority and that was the one which I was looking forward for. Fun fact, TU Delft is in top 5 for civil engineering in the whole world. 4th April, I got an admit from University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. Forwarding to 3 weeks, 26th April, I got an admit from Purdue. Even though I received neither an admit nor a reject from TU Delft, I made a choice to go ahead with the admission at Purdue. I do want to make a point here. There will be students who will get admits before you, and this will freak you out, making you nervous. But remember, just stay calm. Universities receive a lot of applications every year, and until and unless there's a clear reject, there is a chance. If there are more than certain number of applicants, which can vary university to university, they usually have two lists, admit list and wait list. There are always students who will decline the admissions on the first go, Once you decline it, a person from the wait list will get an admission, and this happens in Swedish universities as well. So just be patient and be ready with other things in the meantime. One mistake which I did after my admit was to wait for all admits before applying for loan. Indian banks take a lot of time for processing loan, and some of them can be a little bit pain in the ass. I took a loan from SBI, and you can watch that video up here somewhere. I should have started the process a little bit earlier, collected the necessary docs, and once I had my dream edit, would have just gone with it. Nationalized banks take a lot of time as compared to the private banks, but the interest rates are much better. Luckily, my loan got sanctioned in 1.5 weeks without going to an external agent. I do want to tell you something here. Gradly, one-stop solution for every international student, is helping students with loan. They have partnerships with multiple banks, so they can get you in touch with them and help you in the process. There's a link in the description. You can fill out the information and someone will reach out to you for the same. Okay, moving on, back to my timeline. 8 June I received an admit from Clemson and TREF. But at this moment of time, I was pretty certain that I was just gonna go with Purdue because of many reasons which I have mentioned in a lot of my videos. I had my visa interview on 30th June. One mistake I did here was that I did not book my flights until the visa approval. This cost me a lot of money. I think I spent like 10,000 or 150 US dollars more than which I would have if I booked my tickets earlier. I know that during the visa interview they say that you should not book your flight tickets before getting the visa, but the acceptance rate for top universities for visa is really high, and even though if I would have rejected once, I would have applied for the visa again. Moving on, I'm packed, I'm ready to go. 2nd of August, I get my first loan disbursement to my Purdue's Bursar account, and all of the story afterwards has been documented in vlogs, which I'll link the playlist down below, so you can definitely check it out. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much guys for watching this one. I hope you like this one, and I hope this helps and give you a little sense on how admissions work and how you're still fine if you haven't taken GRE or if you haven't applied to a couple of universities. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe the video, and until then I'll see you in the next one.